What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel as always. So today was the release date of the Air Jordan 4 Oil Green or Air Jordan 4 Seafoam, whichever you want to call them, but on Nike they were referred to as the Oil Green. So we did have that release today, and this is going to be a holder sale video over the Air Jordan 4 Oil Green and just kind of my thoughts and opinions on where I think the shoe will go, how I think it did. Just kind of giving y'all that quick rundown over my opinion of what you should do if you're interested in investing in this shoe. And then of course at the end there will be a quick daily list. So I'm just going over a couple sneaker updates that we've gotten throughout the week that I just have not had a chance to talk about in the YouTube video yet. So first and foremost, starting with the release of the Air Jordan 4s this morning. So they did release on Sneakers, JD Finish Line, Foot Locker, all those different sites. I was able to cop one pair today, and I was off of Foot Locker on the ship to me option, and I think I checked like last night at like midnight, and I saw a charge from Foot Locker, and I was like, oh cool, I actually ended up getting a pair. I tried to get a couple other pairs, like a pair for my girl, and then I had a couple friends that needed pairs. Struck out completely. Tried on sneakers, no luck on sneakers. Tried on JD and Finish Line. I couldn't even get past the queue on JD and Finish Line. So after that, I was just kind of like, it is what it is. Maybe there will be restocks on the shoe or something at some point later down the line. It sounds like some stores might have had late shipments as well. So we're just going to have to kind of wait and see if we're going to get restocks on these or if our local stores will be getting late shipments of these. But starting off with sneakers and the stock number on sneakers. So they had a women's 5 through women's 12, and they had a total of 112,095 pairs. So a pretty good amount of these Jordan 4s were on the sneakers app. Like I mentioned, I ended up taking an L on the sneakers app this morning. Just chalk it up to the game, and sometimes you got to move on to the next shoe. Now, the one thing that I was kind of bummed out about with this shoe is they didn't have extended sizes in this one. I would have loved to have gotten this shoe in my size. I wear a size 13 in women's, which is an 11.5 in men's. The biggest size on here, of course, like I just mentioned, was a women's 12 or a men's 10.5. So if you fit in that size range, or if you're lower, hopefully you were able to get a pair if you were interested in them. Of course, y'all know how the Jordan 4 hype has been over the past couple years. Like, the Jordan 4 has quickly surpassed the Jordan 1 as the most hyped Jordan silhouette that's out right now. So almost every Jordan 4 that comes out does fairly well when it comes to resale value and the hype behind the shoe, and people just really wanting to grab this shoe for whatever reason they may have. Now, sticking with this colorway specifically on this Jordan 4, this Jordan 4 Oil Green is similar to the Jordan 4 Fire Red, as it has the same color blocking. It's just a different color. So I think, in my opinion, these will eventually be a good sell, or like they will resell for a good amount. Even now they're reselling for a good amount. One, I think the color isn't as colorway, but two, it has that fire red color blocking, which a lot of people do like that fire red color blocking. So translating it over to this one and then just changing up the color will just continue to make the shoe valuable to some people. And the green on the shoe is not bad at all. And then factor in that it's a women's release, and as you get bigger in the sizes, you don't see, like, people are really wanting the shoe. So of course the bigger sizes are going to be a little bit more valuable, but of course the smaller sizes will still have some money to be made from them. So let's go ahead and jump to Stockx, and we can go over just the shoe. So I'm going to screen record and put my phone on do not disturb so I don't get any notifications. Alright, so going to Stockx, and of course the women's Air Jordan 4, and on here they're listed as the Seafoam Jordan 4, but we're going to go ahead and jump to that one. And so already I have the size 12 in women's pulled up, which is the 10.5 in men's, and that is the biggest size like I mentioned. So starting off, just based off today, last sale, and it is currently midnight. Last sale was $334, lowest ask is $337, and highest bid is $321. And like I mentioned, that's for the largest size that these shoes came in. Retail price on these was $210. So as you see, for just a 12 in women's, the resale price is already doing pretty well. You can make a pretty good chunk of change off even just selling one pair of these. But if you ended up getting multiple pairs of them, then you can make some good change off of them. Of course, it doesn't help that some stores just didn't have pairs in today, so everybody's going to be clamoring to get this shoe as quickly as possible. My recommendation is, if you want it for a personal, just kind of take it slow. if you don't mind paying a little over $300 for the shoe, go ahead and grab it. But you may want to wait and see for any potential restocks in store, late shipments coming in, various things like that with this one, especially if you don't want to pay this much for this Jordan 4. Now, jumping to one of the smaller sizes, and we'll go to a size 8 in women's, which is a 7 or 6.5 in men's. So for this one, last sale is $315, lowest ask is $315, highest bid is $295. So as you see, we went from the biggest size to one of the smallest sizes. Prices are all sitting around that 300 mark, give or take. Some may be a little bit higher than 300, some may be a little bit lower than 300, but in my opinion, if you're wanting to resell the shoe now or later, you can't go wrong either way. If you need the capital right now, if you want the quick flip, the quick change, go ahead and sell the shoe right now. You can get around 300 or so, maybe 290, maybe 310, depending on who you're selling to. But coming off a retail shoe that was 210, selling for 300 around that area is not bad. And then even if you're willing to hold them long term, like let's say until sometime between August and December of this year, of course, y'all know prices will go up, especially as we get closer to the holidays, because people are going to be looking for the shoe. So that would be another great opportunity to potentially just make a little bit more off the shoe if you're looking to do it that way. Now let me go ahead and check the graph range here. So let's see. So January 30th, they're at 284, and they've been pretty consistent with staying around the 300 mark. February 8th, they dropped down to 274, and then of course right now they're at 347, and that's for the size 8 women. So as you see, the demand is there for the shoe. People really do like this color blocking, so in my opinion, these are going to sell very well, and like I mentioned, you can hold or sell right now. Either way, you're going to make pretty good money off of this shoe. So let me know if you're able to cop the Air Jordan 1 Seafoam for either personal today, or if you're planning on holding or reselling. Let me know where your mind is in regards to this shoe and what your plan is for this shoe. So that is that. So let me go start recording. So let's go ahead and jump to the quick daily list. So but just go over a quick, or just a couple updates that I've gotten over the past couple of days. So starting off with this big one, and this one came out February 3rd, which I believe was last week. Yeah, last Friday. I've been meaning to mention it in a video, but just have not gotten around to it. But we got a look from Sneaker Files and I believe Z Sneakerhead at the Air Jordan 1 Wings collection. Now, if you have not heard of this collection, it is a, I believe, new collection that Jordan Brand is coming out with. The shoes are supposed to release sometime in the holidays, but we got a look at an Air Jordan 1 High 85 and the Air Jordan 1 Low. I believe it's an 85. Yeah, Air Jordan 1 Low 85. So the first one is the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Wolf Gray. Retail price on this shoe is $1,500. Yes, I did not stutter. I did not quote that wrong. $1,500 is the retail price on this shoe. Now going to the Air Jordan 1 Low, the 85, and it's the Phantom colorway, also releasing this holiday. Retail price on this one is $1,480. So I don't know what Jordan Brand is thinking right now. I'm actually really curious to see how these shoes look in person. I'm curious to know why the price is set at where it is. Like, is there a quality difference? Is what comes with the shoe different? I'd be very curious to just see what Jordan's reasoning is for making these two Jordan 1s this high of a price. So whenever we get around to that, of course, I will probably make a video over just kind of discussing it. But like I mentioned, this is part of the Wings collection, so I do need to do some more research into the Wings collection and just seeing what all of that is about. So at some point I'll have to talk about it again just to give y'all an update on that collection and when that shoe is supposed to drop. Now continuing on, we got another look. This one's from Soul Retriever, and this is the Air Jordan 6 Aqua, which is another holiday release. Retail price on these is $200, and I must say there is a bunch of holiday releases set for this year. Like, the winter releases or the holiday releases are going to be absolutely crazy. There's a lot of stuff coming out. But this Air Jordan 6 Aqua, of course, the Aqua colorway we've seen on the Air Jordan 8 in like a while ago. I'm sure people are waiting on the Air Jordan 8 Aqua, so I don't know how it will affect the Air Jordan 6 Aqua, but we're just going to have to kind of wait and see with that one. And then continuing on to the an update from Z Sneakerheads, and this one is of the reimagined Jordan 1 this year, and that is the Royal reimagined Jordan 1. I know we're supposed to get the Bread Toes reimagined, but I think that's being pushed to next year. But in regards to this Royal reimagined, the upper is supposed to be completely suede on the shoe, so I'd be very curious to see how this one looks. I still think the shoe will do very well, but it will just be interesting and different to see an all suede upper on this reimagined shoe. And then two more updates from Z Sneakerhead. The first is another holiday release. This is the Air Jordan 5 SC Georgetown, and this is a mock-up of the shoe. So we're going to have to wait and see what official images are whenever Nike decides to drop them. And then last but not least is an update on the Air Jordan 4 Thunder, which is set to come out this year. Originally, the stitching was supposed to be black on the shoe. The stitching was supposed to be white on the shoe, but they are supposed to be changing it back to black, which is what the original Thunder 4s had. So I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to know that there will be black stitching, or there should be black stitching on the shoe, and not white stitching. But of course, we're just going to have to wait for Nike to drop the official images before we can fully confirm if there will be black stitching on that shoe. But that is everything I have for this video. Once again, let me know if you plan on holding or reselling. If you had a chance to cop the Air Jordan 4 Seafoam this morning, let me know how your morning went trying to get the shoe. And of course, let me know how you feel about the different updates that I provided. But as always, go and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and all notification bells so you can stay up to date when I post new content. I have an early review dropping tomorrow, I believe, so just stay tuned to the channel so you can check that out. And then of course, I have a couple early reviews on the way as well, and y'all know I will drop those for you ASAP whenever they come in. But as always, hope y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.